Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Benedict again from BJ Learn, and today I want us to continue with our classes where we'll talk about connectors. Remember, we are still under the ETL process of the Power BI, and we are under the subsection extract where we want to talk about connectors. So, when we talk about connectors, we mean the bridges that connect the Power BI application and the data sources for seamless integration. And again, we can say connectors are interfaces that allow Power BI to connect to various data sources, or they enable us to import, transform, and interact with data from multiple forms, or rather multiple platforms, services, and file types. So we have various types of connectors. We have file connectors, we have database connectors, we have cloud-based source connectors, we have online service connectors, we have power platform connectors, we have custom connectors, and then lastly we also have other connectors. So these are connectors that do not fall under the other types of connectors. So when we talk about file connectors, we mean the connectors that connect to local or cloud-based files, and the examples include Excel, CSV, JSON file, PDF file. When we talk about database connectors, these are connectors that allow access to on-premises or cloud-based databases, and the examples include SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle Database, MongoDB, and the rest. And then we also have cloud-based data source connectors, and these connectors enable connections to cloud platforms and services. And the examples include Azure SQL Database. We also have SharePoint Online. We have Google BigQuery. We have Amazon Redshift. And then we also have online service connectors. So online service connectors provide integration within online services and applications. And the examples include Microsoft Dynamics 365. We have Salesforce, we have Google Analytics, we have Adobe Analytics. And then we also have Power Platform connectors. So these connectors connect to other Microsoft Power Platform tools. And the examples include Power Apps, Power Automate, and Dataverse. And then when we talk about custom connectors, we are talking about those connectors that enable developers to create their own connectors uh, for, for proprietary or unique data sources using the Power Query SDK. So this is where the developers create their own connectors. And then we were talking about other connectors which are different from the connectors we've talked about. So these other connectors allow integration with various APIs. They also allow integration with the live feeds or specialized sources. And the examples include REST API, we have scripts, we have Pythons, rather we have Python scripts, and then we have the OData feed. So how do we set up the connectors? So to set up the connectors, we just go to our home tab. This is the Power BI desktop. We go to home tab. Then under home tab, we have the get data command. So when I click on get data command, then I'll go down to more. So more will give me the various types of connectors. So we had mentioned we have file connectors. When I click on file, we can see we have a drop-down of Excel workbook, CSV, JSON, folder, PDF, SharePoint. When I go to database connectors, we have SQL Server database, we have Oracle, we have MySQL database, we have PostgreSQL database, we have CBase database, and many more. Then when we move to Microsoft Fabric connector, we have Power BI semantic models, we have data flows, we have data marts, we have warehouses, we have lake houses, we have KQL databases and metric sets. And then when we go to Power Platform connectors, we have Power BI data flows, we have common data service, we have Dataverse data flows. Then when we go to Azure connectors, we have various lists. And then when we move to online services, we also quite a list, but we can mention a few. We have Microsoft Exchange Online, we have Dynamics 365 Online, we have Salesforce Objects, we have Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, and the rest. And then we also have other connectors where we have the solver, we have the frame, we have the FactSet RMS, we have the single direct query connector, we have the sum total, we have the blank query. So the blank query here is where we can talk of we can talk of the R scripts and the Python scripts. So that's all about connectors, but how do we do the setup? For example, we can start with the file type. So here with the file type, we'll click on, we can choose from the list. So let's assume we are talking about Excel workbook. So we'll select Excel workbook, then click connect. Then here we need to browse where we have the Excel workbook data. So in our case, we have AdventureWorks. So I'll choose AdventureWorks 205. Then I'll click open. Then from here, we'll be given a list of tables that we need to choose from. So in our case, let's choose sales table. Then when you click on whichever table, you'll be given a preview of how the table looks like. Then again, from here, you can decide whether you just want to load it directly to the BI application, or you need to do some transformation. So when you want to do transformation, you'll click on transform data. So this will take you to Power Query Editor. Then from here, you'll do your cleaning or some modification or transformation. After that, you'll go to Home tab, then click Close and Apply. So after clicking Close and Apply, this will load the data to the BI application. Then from here now you can do a visual. So let's see how we can do a visual. So let's assume you do not have any errors within our data. So let me just close this. So we ignore the errors and do a visual. So I will click on one icon of the visualization. So let's assume you want to use stacked column chart. Then I'll expand on the sales data. Then I want to use the order date, so I'll select the order date field and drop under the x-axis field well. So I only want to use the year field. So I'll do away with the day, month, and quarter, and then I will select sales amount and drop under y axis, and then now you can see we have our visual. So this has been done after uh, connecting um, our data source with the BI application. So we are saying that connectors are bridges between the data source and the BI application that will allow us to create the visuals. So again, when you want to connect to a different connectors type, like now the database type of connector. So still we'll come to get data, then we go to database type connector, then let's select the PostgreSQL database, then we connect. Then from here now we need to do the authentication. Authentication here is just to add the credentials of the server name, database. Then we'll choose the connectivity mode, which can be either import mode or direct query mode. Then when you want to do we want to do a statement that will bring data directly from our database, we can do a statement here for SQL. Then after that we'll click OK. So apparently there is no server name that we've keyed in, and there is no database name that we've keyed in. So the connection will not take place because we've not put in the credentials. So I'll just click OK. So this shows that we've not put in the credentials. So let's just cancel this. That was just to show you how we go about connecting to database type, and the different types will also follow the same procedure. We'll just come to get data, then you'll choose rather you can click on more and then choose on the different connection types, either file type, database type, Microsoft Fabric, Power Platform, Azure, or online services. Then you'll connect to the data source, and from there you'll do your visual by loading the data to the Power BI application. So that was all about connectors. So when we come back to the next class, we'll be talking about triggers and actions within Power BI. So thanks a lot for watching, and let's meet again on the next video.